Um, Jack and I were talking about communication this week because Southern Miss's defense is all over the map, kind of moving around, lots of shifts and movement. Did you do anything special this week to increase communication, or is it just business as usual in that regard?
I would say it'd be business as usual. You know, that's something throughout the spring that we constantly talked about as coaches, is getting our guys to communicate better. You know, if we communicated better, we feel like we'll have a lot more success, both on the offense and defense side of the ball. You know, I think more than anything, our guys got to have great awareness of where guys are. You know, if they understand where they are, they know what they're about to get. You know, so it's important. And the only way you can have great awareness, you got to study a lot of film throughout this week and understand the guys that you're going up against. So, but they do move a lot. They move more than the two teams we just faced the last couple of games. But if we do our assignments, we should be okay.
Have they seen that out of any opponent before? I mean, I can't think of one top of my head.
Yeah, we saw it a lot last year. We see it a lot throughout our conference. Usually, we see it against a lot of opponents we play, just to try to mess up some blocking scheme. But we're used to it.
The dual quarterbacks, and he talked about a little bit about on Monday. You know, one's a passer, one's a rusher. Just kind of break down a little bit in more detail, like what the differences between the two and how the challenges.
You know what? Going back on that, there's not a lot different. You know, I said it on Monday. One's throw, both of them can throw, and both of them can pass. I mean, both of them can throw and both of them can run. I'm sorry. And they're running the offense, you know, and they got a good feel for what they do, and you watch how fast they go with it, and there's no hesitation, you know. And they just had some bad luck here lately, but I think they're a really good offense. I think both guys will win. I think they can win with either one of those guys in there, you know. I think they're both good football players.
I haven't faced a running quarterback this season. You know, how have they responded to, you know, I guess the simulation this week in practice?
I'll tell you what, we have a guy in practice, Stephon Brown, he gave our defense headaches this week. Really, really quick. He's been impressive. I've talked to our offensive coaches about we probably need to find some ways to get this kid the ball because he looks impressive in practice against our guys. But I think he's done a good job giving them a good look of a quarterback running with the ball, and he's taking his punishment too this week. Our defense didn't like that a couple of times, so we took it out on him.
Is it kind of like a spread option offense?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and they do a lot of zone read and do a fly sweep deal that everyone do, and then they'll run a little trap where the quarterback reads the end, and he'll either keep it or give it to the tailback. If you're not really disciplined, it'll get you. You know, it's some creases that are in there, and you got to be really disciplined, and you got to get everybody running to the ball. They do a great job of tackling.
They have Lampley, I guess his name, receivers and return kicks, return punts, kind of a dynamic guy. What do you all do to kind of contain him a little bit?
Better get more than one guy to the ball. He's a really talented kid, and I mean, that's something we just preached a lot about this week. Is everybody getting to the ball because they have some guys that can make you miss and go the distance if you don't get enough guys to the ball. So it's important that we have more than two guys at the ball. We got to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys get to the ball.
Southern, go ahead.
I was saying, I know a couple times against UK there were some personal fouls, kind of key moments of the game. What have you all been focused on this week to get that number down?
We just try to learn from it. You know, our guys, they pay the price for personal foul. Just like in the NFL, you get fined. Our guys get fined around here when they do bonehead mistakes. But we just got to be smart. You know, we got to understand that. Again, that's going back to teaching our guys to be football players and understand situations and where you're at, and you know, and have no problem playing hard, but when you make bonehead mistakes that are selfish and can cause your team that's just unacceptable, and you got to live and learn from it, and I think our guys will.
Is that extra running, is that the fun or something like that?
It's not fun. It's not fun, and I think it gets the message across.
You talked earlier in the week about distractions, especially after winning on Saturday. Has that crept up at all this week?
No, it hasn't. It's been a good week of practice. Our guys are. It's a different football team. I think it's a more mature football team now. And guys understanding again our team goal and what we set out to do. And they understand that game last week was a foundation win. What we're doing, and it's not a vehicle. We can't ride that the rest of the year. We got to get locked in and play. Because we got a big-time opponent coming in here, and each week is different. And I constantly talk to our football team about going out and seeing how good we can be no matter who we're playing against, and great teams reset their standards every week, and they're never satisfied, and we want to be a great team, and we're not satisfied, and so each week we got to reset our standards, and our standards are set high. So we got to go out and, again, see how good we can be as a football team, because we haven't shown it yet. There's still a lot more we can get better, and a lot more. And our guys realize that, and that's good.
Obviously, Southern Miss is a team that's used to winning. They're 0-2. Do you feel like your guys have a good understanding that, that this is a program that wins a lot, and they're going to come into this game pretty hungry because they want to win?
Well, I know our program. I know our guys understand how they're feeling. I will say that our guys been there, and they understand how they're feeling and how they felt going to the games when we were down like that. So our guys, again, it's not about who we're going against. It's about us going out to be the very best that we can be, and that's constantly all we talk about. It don't matter who we're playing. We got to go out each week and see how good we can be, how good WKU football can be, and we can't get caught up in all those other psychological things. We got to go out and play football. We know they're a good football team. We know everybody on our schedule is capable of beating us. We don't play like we're capable of, so we can't take it off. Each game from here on out is a big game, and it get bigger each week.
You said that they know how Southern Miss feels. I feel like that's important, that they remember what it was like, and they know that they have to be on guard against other teams that are coming in here to do what you guys used to do to other teams.
Oh, no doubt. And they know how I felt during that time. And I think our guys learned a lot from those downtime. And it was good. It wasn't fun, but we learned, and that's the beauty when you can learn from your mistakes. And I think you're getting better when you can do those things. So, and it's another challenge for us, another opportunity for us to learn from a mistake. We got our first victory around here, and everyone was patting us on our backs. And the next week we laid an egg, and here's another opportunity to see if we've grown up as a football team, and go out and continue to play at a high level. And again, we constantly talk about being a great football team, and I know great football teams are never satisfied. So that's what we talk about.
Any chance Jack gives a pregame speech on Saturday?
I'm sure he'll have some wise words for our guys. That's for sure.